everybody? I'm here today to tell you about the secret to staying centered in your lane. In this video, I'll be going over the basics of staying centered in your lane, and I'm going to tell you the absolute secret to doing it properly and easily. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, this will apply to pretty much any lane that you're driving in, whether it is a marked lane on a main road or an unmarked lane on a side street like I'm driving right now. There are no road markings, but I still have a technical lane, an imaginary lane that I have to stay centered in. Now, without further ado, let's get right to the secret. The one thing that will allow you to truly stay centered in your lane is looking further ahead. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is the case, and I'm going to demonstrate how it can help you as I get into this lane right over here. So looking further ahead, I'm going to turn right onto this main road, and it's going to put me in a lane. I'm going to try and stay in the right lane over here and demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about. So as I'm driving right here, if I look directly in front of the car, I tend to steer a little bit to the right and then a little to the left to correct that rightness, a little bit to the right to correct that leftness, sort of back and forth. So if I look directly in front of the car, not only is it unsafe because I can't see ahead, but I'm steering right, left, because you tend to just overcorrect every single maneuver that you actually do. So you don't want to look right in front of the car because you're going to make constant movements, okay? You're going to correct for the small little errors. And when you correct for a small error, you tend to overcorrect, which causes you to overcorrect the other way, which causes you to overcorrect the other way. You basically just go down the street swerving back and forth. Not a good idea at all, okay, if you want to stay centered in your lane. Now, on the other hand, if I look further ahead, but I'm looking just slightly to the right, I'll demonstrate what's going to happen. So I'm driving, I'm going to look at a sign on the right, and as you can see, I'm actually about to hit the curb, so I'm going to steer away from the curb. I was veering to the right because I was looking to the right. It's like when you learn how to ride a bike or ride a motorcycle, they always say look where you want to go, because if you look to the right, you're going to steer to the right. Similarly, if I look to the left, I'm going to look to the left over here, and naturally, I'm steering to the left. I'm actually about to go in this other lane, so I'm just going to steer back into my lane. So if you look to the right or to the left, even if you're looking ahead, then guess what? You're going to steer to the right or the left. What you need to do is look further ahead, but you also need to look further ahead directly down the center of your lane. You want to look at the center of your lane as far ahead as you possibly can, okay? And when you do that, what's going to happen is it's going to allow you to get centered, and your body will naturally steer towards your focal point. If you're focusing further ahead down the lane, and I'll show you right now, I'm just going to look further ahead, and my hands are naturally steering towards the center of the lane. My hands are naturally keeping my car centered. Okay, I'm going to actually switch to the left lane over here because I have to make a left very soon. But what happens is your hands will follow where you're looking, okay? Now, with that being said, okay, it also prevents the overcorrecting, and I'll explain why. When you are looking just barely in front of your car, you tend to overcorrect because, like I said, you know, like if I look directly in front and I happen to steer to the right, now I'm going to steer to the left to correct it, and then that caused me to steer too far to the left, so now I have to steer to the right, then I steer too far to the right. You just make movements that are too aggressive. But if I look further ahead, what happens is this. Let's say I see I'm just slightly too far to the right. So I know that I have to correct myself by going to the left. Instead of steering aggressively to the left, to make a left right now, like to go to the left right in this spot right in front of my car, what I'm going to end up doing, I have to go around this emergency vehicle over here, it's pulled over. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm actually going to steer just slightly to correct myself. So let's say I'm looking further ahead and I'm a little bit too far to the right. I just touch the wheel to the left because I'm looking at the bigger picture. If I'm looking at the small picture, which is right in front of my vehicle, then that's going to cause me to make aggressive movements. But if I'm looking at the bigger picture, you tend to not overcorrect. And that is what keeps you centered in your lane. So one of the key factors, whether you are doing your driving test or whether you are just trying to become a better driver and you've had your license for like 40 years, One of the key factors is to make absolutely sure that you're staying centered in your lane. It will help you in the long run, okay? And it'll help you be a safer and better driver. Now, with that being said, there is a secret. There's one thing that you can do that will greatly improve everyone's centering in their lane, and that is to just look further ahead. And that if you literally do that one thing, you will majorly improve your lane centering capabilities. Literally, like there are many things that you can do that will help you, but that one thing is the secret. It's like the most effective thing that you can do. Just do that one thing and you'll notice a massive improvement. And that's it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.